This is Colin O'Keefe here for LXPN TV as our coverage of the 2014 Legal Marketing Association's annual conference rolls forward. I'm speaking now with Jonathan Fitzgarrald. He is the Chief Marketing Officer at Greenberg Glusker. Jonathan, you are giving a speech at next week's event on how lawyers and law firms can do a better job of engaging the various generations that are out there now. So, can you give us maybe a little bit of a condensed version? What can lawyers and law firms do to better engage millennials, Gen Xers, and the other generations that are out there?
So I think what law firms have to understand is for the first time in America, we have four unique and distinct generations in the workforce, millennials being one of them. And each generation, including the millennials, have their very own distinct preferences and ways of working. When we think about generations, it's not necessarily about age, but it's about mentality. So does someone have a millennial mentality? Does someone have a boomer mentality? Does someone have a Gen X mentality? And each of those generations come with specific markers. So for example, boomers, right? Some of us in law firms may send out an email to some of our attorneys, and one of the responses we get back is simply, see me or stop by. And that's a marker, that's a flag for us marketers that we're probably dealing with a boomer, because that boomer's preference is to connect in person or to connect over the phone versus a Gen Xer who is interested in utilizing technology to connect. Another example is boomers tend to be very individualistic. So it should be no surprise to us as marketers that they're not generally interested in going on a client or group pitch or being part of a client team or sharing an origination, because that's not how they're hardwired. It's not one of their preferences. Whereas Gen Xers are much more adaptable and they want to approach new opportunities from a very collaborative effort. Millennials, on the other hand, are generally more up to date and up to speed on technology than the law firms or the organizations that they're joining. And so I think these stereotypes of that group's entitled or that group's lazy or that group doesn't want to work that hard come as a result of professionals not understanding the preferences of the different generations.
It's really all about working off those preferences, as you said, that's really key. Once again, that was Jonathan Fitzgarrald of Greenberg Glusker. For more of these video interviews, if you're not already watching us here, be sure to swing by lxpn.com/LMA. Thanks for joining me today, Jonathan.
Thanks, Colin.